Hey everyone, I'm Stephanie, host and head bookologist here at the Get Literate podcast. I'm a book loving, notebook hoarding reader and writer on a mission to change lives one book and one notebook at a time. On this podcast, we explore the power of books and reading and notebooks and writing to make life better and to feel better too. You'll find episodes exploring the reading and writing life and how it can make our actual lives better. You'll get book recommendations and notebook invitations around particular themes, and you'll meet authors and special guests who'll help us take inspired action in our own daily practices. So, grab a notebook and your TBR list, and let's get literate. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Get Literate podcast. I'm Stephanie, and I'm here with another episode on how we can read and write our way to feeling better. Today's episode is focused on reading our way to wellness in just 3 simple steps. Now, I love a good fresh start. I love a good clean slate. I love a good do-over. That's why I love planning my New Year's intentions. That's why I love even more starting September with some new fall and autumn goals in mind around that back to school season. But there's another point of the year that I have really come to embrace this idea of goal setting and thinking forward by ending the year strong. A couple years ago, I first heard Rachel Hollis talk about her last 90 days project. And it's exactly what it sounded like. Rather than waiting to the first of the year to begin working on our goals, why not take the last 90 days of a year to get started then and start the new year even stronger? I've loved that idea. I have participated in her last 90-day project for some time. And another one of my favorites, Ruth Soukup, has started a version of her own last 90 days challenge. I love all things Ruth Soukup. If you know Ruth, you know that she had I believe it was called Living Simplified Planner. She had the Elite Bloggers Academy. Now she has Thinlicious and is helping women navigate through this midlife space. I love everything she does. And I got swept into her last 90-day challenge as well. And I thought, I think we need a last 90-day challenge. Now, if you've been with me for a while, we did something similar to this, I want to say a year or two ago, when we participated in Alex Benayan's 30-day journaling challenge, where we thought about things that brought us energy, drained us of energy, and things we learned about ourselves in hopes of starting the new year armed with that information. So this audience is no stranger to the last 90 days kind of project or just project-based thinking in general. Readers and writers love a good project. So today, I want to talk about reading our way to wellness. Why not choose a last 90 days project that doesn't involve drinking more water, that doesn't involve getting more cardio, and doesn't involve depriving ourselves of sugar or anything else we want? It simply means adding some reading to our last 90 days of 2025. So I'm coming to you right before October begins on purpose, because if you want to join in our last 90 days reading to wellness challenge, then October 1st, get out your book and let's get started. So let's talk about the 3 steps to reading our way through wellness and why they are so important. Step 1 is to figure out where you can carve out some time for reading in your busy schedule. Now, I don't need a lot of time, right? If you listen to this podcast, you know that just 6 minutes of reading is all it takes to start to unleash some really beautiful benefits. Benefits like a lowered breathing rate, a lowered heart rate, decreased muscle tension, decreased stress, greater vocabulary, greater synapses between the left and right sides of your brain, less depression, more happiness, better empathy. All of those things come by just 6 minutes of reading. However, if you can find more and you can carve out 30 minutes of reading, then something really amazing happens. your parasympathetic nervous system calms the heck down. And in fact, 30 minutes of reading has the same effect on your rest and digest processes as 30 minutes of yoga, right? If you've heard me say that before, you have probably latched on to that statistic as I have. So carve out daily time every day for the last 90 days. Maybe one day it's only 6 minutes. Maybe another day it's 20, and maybe on another day you actually get to 30. But the point is, you want to carve out some daily time for you. Now, I want you to do one more thing with this time. I want you to make it indulgent. I want you to make it a sensory experience because whenever we layer on some sort of sensory bling to the reading experience, we are signaling to our nervous system at an even deeper rate that it is time to rest and relax. The more we do that, the more our nervous system gets used to it, the easier it is to drop into that state, and the faster all of those benefits I mentioned come. So whether you brew your cup of coffee or tea, whether you get out your fuzzy socks, your cozy blanket, put on the diffuser, light a candle, put on an ASMR room online, or just put some lightly piped classical music in your space, whatever works for you, I want you to indulge yourself during that time. Now, I know some days you may only have 6 minutes in your car while you're waiting for your kids to hop in from whatever activity you are Ubering them from. But when you can, indulge yourself with some sort of sensory add-on to really make it a beautiful, calming wellness experience. Step two. Step two is to read books that are good for you. If we are reading our way to wellness, we need to read books for our good for us, just as if we were eating our way to wellness, then we would eat foods that are good for us. We want to provide our body, our minds, our spirits with books, with text, with ideas, with concepts that are going to support us, that are going to make us feel good. Now, why is this so important? It's because of those mirror neurons. We are equipped with mirror neurons that fire in our brains when we witness something happen to someone else. If we are surrounded by something negative or hard or hurtful, those same mirror neurons fire in our brains. A lesser extent, of course, but they're there. If we surround ourselves with something happy or delightful or funny, then those mirror neurons fire in our brain. And those mirror neurons don't just fire when we are witnessing something live. They fire when we're watching movies or media, and they fire when we are reading books and imagining it in our mind because our subconscious does not understand what is real and what is fake. So if we know this, we can read books that are good for us and can fire those mirror neurons in ways that we want them to fire. We can literally pave the way to feel better at an unconscious level by reading books that are good for us. So that doesn't mean reading the bestsellers. It doesn't mean reading the books that Reese or Jenna say we should. It means reading the books that are going to help us feel the way we want to feel, be who we want to be, and do what we want to do. And that is unique to us. So take a couple of minutes and really think about those questions and ask yourself, what kind of book do I need? If I am trying to get healthier during this time, you could read nonfiction about wellness practices. You could read a fiction book about someone who is also on a wellness journey. If you are planning to really enjoy your family during the holiday, then maybe you have a set of nonfiction books about dealing with family conflict. Maybe you've got a set of fiction books around the holidays that are really wonderful family sagas. I have a couple of those if you need a couple of them. Or you could have some of those day by day journals that help you really enjoy each day in that particular season with your family. It doesn't matter what season of life you're in or what you want to be, do, and feel. There is a book for you. And if you need help choosing one, that's where I come in. Reach out, find me on social media, send me an email, tag me somewhere, go to Substack. I am there to help you choose books that help you feel better. Now, step three. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where a restorative reading practice makes life feel better. Step one, you found the time. You settled in, you calmed your nervous system, you changed your body at a cellular level. Step two, you read books that were good for you, that were for who you wanted to be, how you wanted to feel, and what you wanted to do. And you're literally paving the way in your subconscious to feel better. Step three, you need to do something. You need to do something. It's not enough to just read books and feel better, right? Well, technically it is. That's a wonderful thing. But if you want your reading life to make your actual life better, then you have to actually do something. You have to act on the information that you read about. You have to listen to those nudges and those whispers that are coming to you while you're reading. You have to pay attention to the quotes that perhaps you underlined or highlighted or put a little sticky flag next to, because those are all messages for you. They are all messages of the things that you could do, the things that you could change, the things that you could let go of. All of those things are messages from the book to you to take inspired action on. Now, that could be something little like making, you know, this one from me, but making Rachel Linden's lemon drop pie, right? It could be reaching out to a friend after reading a really great friendship book. It could be making big decisions about work or family. It could be learning a new technique for meditation from a character who tried it. Anything and everything goes. But if you really want to harness the power of your reading life to change your actual one, you need to take that inspired action. And if you need some help, I highly recommend you go back and you listen to my episode where I talk all about the Nudge Notebook. This is a notebook specifically designed to help you pay attention, listen to, and act on those nudges that you are getting from the pages of a book. And I will definitely make sure to link that in the show notes. So there you have it. 3 steps that if you did these 3 steps consistently over the next 90 days, you will leave 2025 incredibly strong and start 2026 even better than you imagined. So let me recap them one more time before we go. Step 1, read daily. Aim for 6 minutes and strive for 30. Make that time indulgent and really allow yourself to sink into a sensory reading experience. Step 2, read books that are going to make you feel better. Spend some time thinking about who you want to be, how you want to feel, and what you want to do in these last 90 days, and choose books accordingly. And reach out to me if you'd like any support. And step 3, do something. Take action, big or small, on those inspired whispers that you are getting from the page, that you are putting down in your nudge notebook, and see what happens. Pages of a book are calling to you. The imagined and fictional mentors from those pages, they have news for you. They have information for you. And we can use these last 90 days to really make the most of our reading life so that our actual one feels better. Now, if you want to be in a community of like-minded people who are already doing this work, I highly recommend you join me over on Substack in my private community. We are doing exactly this that I've talked about today. We are choosing one-word themes, and we are reading in our bibliotherapy book calendars. We are writing to these different ideas, and we are coming together as a really wonderful, connected, supportive community. But if you want more than that, I do offer one-to-one bibliotherapy coaching, as well as writing coaching, but that'll come in another episode. So if you'd like very specific help in choosing your books and creating a book apothecary, and maybe even creating a restorative pencil pouch to match it, yes, go read the last episode or listen to the last episode last week if you want more information about my lovely restorative reading and writing pencil pouch. I'm here for that too. So you can find everything on alitlife.com. Just click the tabs that'll help you figure out where you want to go. And I hope that we take this 90-day journey to using our reading life to make our actual life better together. I'd love to know what you think. Find me on social media. Find me in your favorite podcast platform and leave me an audio message. But pick up a book. Pick up your calendar, schedule that time, and let me know what you think about finishing the last 90 days strong in our reading lives and our actual lives too. Thanks for listening, everyone, and I will see you in the next episode. Thanks for listening to today's episode of the Get Literate podcast. You'll find links to all of the books, resources, and ideas mentioned on the episode in the show notes and at alitlife.com. And if you want more, you might like to join my Substack community. There, you'll find additional inspiration for your reading and writing life, like bonus podcast episodes, bibliotherapy book calendars, monthly book clubs, notebooking inspiration, live events, giveaways, and much more. It's only $5 a month, and you'll get instant access to all of the previous content too. You can learn more at getliterate.co. And one more thing. If you love what you listened to today, please take a moment to rate and review the podcast, or take a screenshot of the episode and text it to a bookish friend. This helps the podcast grow and builds our bookish and notebookish communities too. Thanks for listening.